without further ado, I'm going to be reacting to my boo thing, Tony, Brienne, and we will be talking about the negative influence of male rappers, referring to the drugs they talk about, baby mama culture, snitching culture, etc. Let's go ahead and get this shit popping. I didn't mean to do that.
Why didn't you get married?
I don't know. It seems like not too like I don't know. It seems like a thing of like ancient times or something.
You ever tell?
And it's funny because he's talking about a thing of ancient times, but he's fucking with little girls. That's a thing of ancient times. But we got rules about that shit now, Jesse Drake.
I hate you, like with a passion.
You know that we get paid to rap about that stuff. They actually pay us more when we rap about more ignorant stuff.
How old were you when you first tried lean?
Yeah, y'all still rapping about it.
I like 20.
And why?
All the rappers did. It was fun.
What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new to my channel, welcome to my channel. My name is Tony Brienne, and in today's video, we're going to be discussing the negative influence of male rappers. If my microphone is not sounding good, it's because I've been trying to figure out my audio issues for the past 2 videos, but we're figuring out it is a very slow process of getting everything together.
She got a little dog or something?
It's working anymore. My lavalier I used in the last video was not working. I'm just over it. I have to probably get a whole new camera. A whole new microphone. This is the whole production. This is what we have to do. And of course it would happen right before I have to go on a date after this video. I'll update you guys on that on my other channel, my Tony Talks to You.
Date? You cheat on me? Date? Oh, well, you and I had was special. You trying to go on these dates? I hope you had a horrible date experience. Because of the dude, not because of you. I'm sure what a real man takes you on. I will show you what a real man will treat you like. I swear to God.
TV channel, but it's been a lot. But we're here, and we're going to be talking about the negative influence of male rappers. I have been planning this video out for a while, and I'm so excited that it's finally ready, but I can't wait to get into today's video. So without further ado, let's get straight into today's video.
As I'm in the midst of applying for residency right now, wish me luck, Grammarly has again been...
Hey, guess what? No one gives a fuck.
Taking you in this moment.
Today's quote of the day is, "I am on the right path to a great life." Today's verse of the day is Proverbs chapter 11, verse 25, and it reads, "A generous person will prosper. Whoever refreshes others will be refreshed." Now on to today's topic. I really wanted to do this particular topic because I continuously see the pattern of men primarily speaking down on female rap and talking about how female rap is detrimental to not only the hip-hop culture but also detrimental to the youth.
Every time it's a female rapper coming out, they talk about the same shit about how much man they can get, how much money they got, they private parts. Besides that, what else can y'all female talk about? And y'all worse than a man, in my opinion.
It's the spelling of female.
I'm glad he said his opinions. I'm about to say they're not worse than men. They're just about. But I think that they exemplify. They pretty much follow the trend of what the males do, but they're not as bad as men. Cause men, they can talk about, I'm gonna shoot and I'm gonna kill a motherfucker, spin the block. Shoot and kill your motherfucking mama. I'll be at your motherfucking repass, hugging everybody, looking at you, making sure that you dead, bitch ass nigga. Smoke on you. But they're also talking about, I'm gonna fuck her baby mama. I'm gonna drug her up. I'm gonna rape her. They talk about a whole lot of like different shit, bro. Like, and females, and they be like, yeah, I'm a dog the bitch out. I'm a dog the bitch out. I ain't gonna take it serious. I ain't getting married. Fuck marriage. We talk about the satanic shit, like, bro, nah. The women are just following the males. And the males are leaders. So, if males can get rich off of that, females can get just as rich from doing the same thing the males are doing. I blame it on the males.
For me, like, feed.
And here's the thing: it's not just I'm watching the video. It's because I blame everything on the males, me included. Like when I'm in a relationship, if something happens where if it's out of my control, then it's out of my control. But most of the time, like I look at myself, I self-analyze, and I take accountability for my actions. I'm like, all right, this would have happened if I wouldn't have done this, so it's my fault.
Male, like I gotta deliver something later. Okay, let me stop. I'm so
Yeah, he's still female wrong. He don't have an opinion about female rappers. He can't even spell. You need to worry about the goddamn grammar. Worry about the goddamn spelling, maybe.
You're right to say so because there are some problematic aspects of female rap, but we're not going to act as if it's just female rap that is indeed problematic. These continuous conversations mainly come from the fact that female rap is taking over the entire rap industry. You cannot go out anywhere without hearing female rap, and they seem to be dominating the charts and dominating social media in general. With more recent acts like Glorilla and Sexy Red coming out and everybody rapping their songs, including men, these conversations have started. But it does stem back to when we first had Nicki Minaj come out with her more raunchy lyrics. Then we also had Cardi B. Then we had the City Girls. And it seems to have been a tumbling effect of more new artists coming out and more of the conversation about rap, but more so criticizing the female rappers more than their male counterparts. So I'm not going to be jumping on the bandwagon. Instead, I'm going to explain to you guys why I believe that a lot of the conversations that are had about whether female rap is problematic or not is insane, because this is not just a female rap problem. There have been issues in rap all throughout history, and we're not going to ignore that. But in order for us to actively have this conversation, we need to start from the beginning, and that is the origin of hip-hop. So hip-hop originated in the Bronx in the 1970s. During that time, New York City was really struggling economically, and it was reflected in hip-hop. The city's economy was falling apart because of the decline of the manufacturing industry and the construction of the Cross Bronx Expressway. Because of this, much of the white middle class decided to leave the Bronx and left it in an array of poverty, struggle, and economic troubles. With a lot of these white middle classes moving, it very quickly shifted the demographics of certain areas and
Baby, I don't think you know this, but I love me some good history. I don't know if you know what you're doing to me, because I love me a history lesson. With a fine history teacher like you, I will learn everything to a motherfucking T. Keep on. Preach that history to me, baby. Oh, God.
Communities. And as we've all seen in history, when the white middle-class families leave, the ones that would stay were the ones that could not afford to leave. And in America, as we've seen time and time again, when white people leave, it seems as if the government does not care about a certain area anymore. With the economy worsening, so did the conditions of those current neighborhoods that predominantly had Black, Puerto Ricans, and Dominicans inhabiting those areas. And whenever there's poverty, there comes desperation, and with desperation comes crime. Within the Bronx, there was rising poverty, gang violence, carjacking, theft, you name it, that was what was going on in the Bronx. So due to the uprising of crimes, businesses decided to close, and through those businesses closing, it opened up an avenue of entertainment and artistic expression.
But party, and we gonna party, yeah? Ain't nobody gonna blow our party. So let's get out here and party.
I'm doing all right with the water.
These abandoned buildings and parking lots set the scenes for these massive block parties. And these block parties laid the foundation of what hip-hop culture is today. From DJs to breakdancing to dance floors to MCs, the Bronx was lit up. Through the despair and poverty of the Bronx came a beautiful artistic expression, what we now see as hip-hop culture. And it was quickly emulated by the masses. During the mid-1980s to the early 1990s, hip-hop really began to spread across the entire country. And this era we know today as the golden age of hip-hop. So hip-hop is a culture, like I stated. We have artwork like graffiti, breakdancing, MCing, DJs, and then of course, rapping. Rapping is an art in the form of vocal expression and another kind of poetry.
R.I.P. Biz Markie.
Really encapsulated the masses.
You say you're just a friend.
It spread to other communities as well because it got very popular. We don't realize how influential rapping is until we saw some popular groups come out, such as NWA. So NWA came out in the 80s. The group was led by Dr. Dre, the late rapper Eazy-E, and Ice Cube. They were based in Compton, but like I said, hip-hop started in the Bronx, but it spread like wildfire to other areas as well. So when they dropped their album Straight Outta Compton, they had songs like F the Police, they had songs like Straight Outta Compton, and one particular line in Straight Outta Compton that showed how impactful and influential rap was when rapper Eazy-E said this: "Straight Outta Compton, a brother with his finger on the trigger." After the song got incredibly popular and this particular line stood out to many, a lot of people felt it was cool to walk around carrying guns. They did this primarily because the people that they looked up to were walking around saying that it was cool to have a gun.
Nah. That's not what we gonna do. All right. People did not walk around thinking it was cool to carry guns because they're listening to music. That is no. People walk around carrying guns because they're living in unsafe environments. We can't just say that just music influencing them wanting to carry guns. There's multiple factors that maybe they need to carry guns. You can't say it. EGE and NWA caused more people to carry guns either. That's not how it works. They probably thought that gangsterism look and that, you know, the identity of gangsterism was cool, so they wanted to act more like that. But you can't say that people wanted to carry guns because they heard Eazy-E say that. Can't do that.
How close are you to real life, to what your records are?
It's as real as this gun. Look, see this chamber right there? This is no bull. This is real. This is real gun.
9mm in your ass.
9mm.
Hollywood bullshit, man. You gotta carry these or you get up on the street. So you gotta be
And it's got an
prepared.
infrared scope on it. You put the dot on your target, then you blow the shit out the motherfucker.
No joke.
What's up, everyone?
You cannot read me, I ain't no page in a book. But there's a
wow.
I could make you look, make you look, make you look.
Bruh. Wow. Fuck you, Brent Fire. And fuck you too, Brownie. And fuck you too, whatever white bitch you are.
And this is
Fuck you, Anne Hathaway.
an example of how influential these male rappers are and have been for decades. Today, gun violence, drug usage, promiscuity, and so many more harmful topics are promoted in rap. And though rap is one of my favorite genres of music, we can't ignore the problematic aspects of it. So in today's video, we're going to be breaking down the problematic aspects of rap. And we're first going to start off with gun violence. Gun violence has become a major issue in America within the past decade. We are currently seeing an epidemic where there have been more
Just in case this automatically goes off as soon as I press play, I want to read this. Okay. Majority of murders in America involve guns, and FBI analysis of weapons used. The 13,922 homicides in 2019. Let's see. Hands, fists, feet, etc. 4.3%. Handguns, 45.7%. Rifles, 2.6%. Shotguns, 1.4%. Firearms unknown, 23.9%. Knives, cutting instruments, 10.6%. Other weapons, 11.4%. Okay.
mass shootings than days in the past 3 years. The Gun Violence Archive counted 693 mass shootings in 2021. There were 648 mass shootings in 2022. And as of today, there have already been 565 mass shootings in 2023. Now, obviously, most rappers aren't sitting around promoting that everyone should be a mass shooter and go shoot up schools and buildings and churches and grocery stores.
And then you're also assuming that a lot of those mass shootings are based off of people who's listening to rap. Because you don't understand. The media's also talked about the mass shootings of schools, mass shootings of different religious, religious buildings. There have been mass shootings in like grocery stores. There's mass shootings everywhere, and it has nothing to do with rap. Mass shootings during protests. So you can't just say rap. If you go talk about shootings with it has to do with rap, talk about gang violence. Don't talk about mass shootings. Because mass shootings, that's where you get to a whole other ballpark. That's other different topics and other different subsections of information and other different, as politics comes in, religion comes in, race comes in. There's a lot of other factors that comes into it. If you just go talk about just rap, then you have to talk about rap within. You got to talk about gun violence within, just gang culture. Really, it's gang culture. Yeah, it's just gang culture, or like maybe some robberies. But a lot of people don't get persuaded to do a robbery from a song. Let's be honest. So really, it's just about gang culture. You can't just do mass shootings, because mass shootings there's a lot of things that goes to the mass shootings.
But they do speak on the very thing that causes mass shootings: guns and rage. Rappers like King Von, Lil Durk, Migos, Chief Keef, XXXTentacion, and so many others openly promote the usage of guns. Let's just recite
the use of guns towards their ops. That's towards a rival gang, not towards a school, not towards a religious building, not towards a grocery store, not towards, like, there are going to be some casualties of war, unfortunately, and stuff like that. But it's more towards gang violence and in the in the trenches, or in the in the ghetto, or in the the bad areas. Those two don't really coincide. Talking about mass shootings.
one of Chief Keef's lyrics, where he says this: talking out his neck, pistol to his throat, blow this mother effort, he gon' choke. On the ground, on the floor, someone pick him up, take him to the morgue. I'm riding through New York, finna go and shoot New Jersey up. Trying to take my chain, I ain't going. We gon' come and blow New Jersey up. Buy, try to rob, B, we 30'd up. Just left Volcano, B, I'm curried up. And there are a bunch of shooting ad-libs within that song. Now, that can be lyrics that we just recite. For instance, I know the words to the song. I will sing it at a party, I'm not gonna lie. But at the same time, I'm not a person that can be easily influenced. I am a 22, almost 23-year-old woman, and I know the difference of what a song is and what to and not.
22, 20. When did she come out with this video? Almost 22. 5 months ago. Oh, so yeah, she's around my age then. Maybe I think she's younger than me. Like a year, maybe a couple months younger than me.
To do. However, we have young boys, primarily young black boys, that feel as if they have to prove a point when they live in certain neighborhoods, hearing these lyrics and finding it important for them to do the same exact thing, or perpetuate the idea that they could do the same exact thing.
No. You cannot blame that shit on the fucking music, bro. You literally cannot. Literally, the reason why black boys will be influenced to be in the gang culture and use guns like that is for the people, because of the people around them. Now, with those people around them, the people around them, the music they listen to, will that kind of be a factor? Yes, the music kind of, but it's really just the people around them. You cannot just solely base that on music. Music has a little bit to do with what what people watch or what people hear. Has a little bit to do with how kind of what they do and how they think and stuff like that. But people have their choices. It's really about what environment they're in and who they hang out with and how they're raised. That's it. Media has a little bit to do with it, not that much.
Now, Chief Keef's lyrics are just one example, because I also listed other rappers, as you guys just heard. But
because it's like, bro, that's really like saying a white kid who lives in a white kid who lives at O Block has never been, okay, well, I don't want to say white kid. Let's say that's just like saying a black kid who lives in O Block doesn't have any friends, doesn't have any friends in the doesn't have any friends in the gang, or his friends are in the gang, but they keep him out that life because he's like a boxer or some shit like that, right? He's good with fighting, but he's more into boxing. His mom and his pops is there, and they treat him right, and he listens to that music. It's like saying he's more likely to go ahead and want a gun that's not how it goes, because everybody's pushing him to be better than he already is. So push him to be straight edge, straightforward, and focus on this talent of boxing rather than throwing his life away. To where what people says is going to outweigh what the music is going to tell him to do.
We're also going to talk about the music videos. I love Pop Smoke, don't get me wrong, but if you watch Pop Smoke's videos to Welcome to the Party, that's his only video he has, I think. But yeah, in that video, there are guns everywhere in so many songs. Bobby Shmurda, his name literally has murder in it, but you know, whatever. They incite violence time and time again. But we're too busy worried about a woman talking about how she enjoys having sex. I'm not saying that it's okay, but we can't talk down on one type of rapper just because of their gender when another gender that is probably more promoted due to them being a male, and not hold them accountable just because of their biological parts they have. And I also wanted to share this clip of Philadelphia rapper Meek Mill sharing his experience in his career while on a panel for the National Association for the Advancement of Color People's 114th National Convention. While on the panel, Meek Mill clearly stated that music companies pay rappers more to rap about guns, violence, and ignorance.
That is facts.
Look at this clip.
He opened doors for me to be on stages like this, because before I wasn't on stages like this. I was on rap stages rapping about, you know, violence and guns. You know, that we get paid to rap about that stuff. They actually pay us more when we rap about more ignorant stuff, so I make sure I even align and come on talk on stages like this. But you guys, the NAACP open up doors for people like me to be able to power forward, because the things that fund us, that don't power me forward. You know, I just make sure, because I know better and I'm at an age point, I'm 36, they power us really from when we 21 to 25, where we really don't know. I'm one of the lucky ones that made it through, where I was able to get my knowledge and sense, and I'm the one that keep the line on the rap ignorance and be able to level out.
And once again, though these lyrics may seem harmless, because I just told you, I hear these lyrics, but I'm not going to go shoot up a school. I hear these lyrics, and I'm not going to go and shoot this person because they made me upset. No.
Bro, no one's ever listened to no fucking NBA YoungBoy and thought about shooting up a school, bro. Maybe some Tyler, the Creator, because he was talking about shooting up schools. But no one's listening to that. No one, and that was old Tyler. But no one's listening to that because Tyler don't even make no fucking gangster shit. He just makes some shit. He was just straight edge type shit. We talking about today. No one's ever listened to Lil Durk, King Von, NBA YoungBoy, Chief Keef, whoever else, Meek Mill and shit like that. No one's ever listened to them and thought about shooting up a school. Okay, I don't want to say no one ever, but it's rare that people listen to them. They're like, you know, I'm going to go ahead and shoot up a school. Come on now.
No, I'm not going to. However, once again, there are people that will hear these lyrics and can be easily influenced. And not only that, it also jeopardizes the movement of gun control. The people listening to these songs, predominantly the youth, are listening to this like, oh, this is fun, this is cool. Like, they think this is entertainment, versus looking at that weapon that if it is ever used, it should only be used for protection and only absolutely necessary for protection. They're just seeing it as, woohoo, this is fun, this is lit, yeah, I'm gonna blow that mother up. Like, that's how they're looking at it. I mean, I was in middle school once. I heard how these boys would recite these lyrics.
It ain't just about lyrics, though. You keep it a buck. GTA, Call of Duty, Rainbow Six Siege, Saints Row. Those are media outlets. Those are games that people see kids play, and with your logic, and you're not the only one that's had that logic. But if you're gonna use that, use a whole lot of different media, not just rap, stuff like that. Now I understand. The news about, the negative influence of male rappers, but we're talking about just weapons and shit like that. There's a whole lot of other medias that use weapons that, that murder people, and that can also, which a lot of influence the younger, the younger crowd and stuff like that, which is right, but it really depends on the environment they're in and the people they have around them as well. I can name a whole lot of other things that in the media that point that has sees guns as fun, not really fun, but it's just, they see guns as, it's like, oh my god, like, that's cool, like, but, yeah.
There are teenage
That's what I'm trying to
boys
say.
every single day that are on Instagram, on TikTok, on any form of social media, posted up with guns. Their captions having lyrics from these rappers that is insinuating the usage of guns. Like, the way we promote gun usage is crazy. And just to further my point, a lot of these rappers that would and currently are reciting these lyrics that involve guns have been victims of guns. And sometimes to the point where it's fatal. Rappers like Biggie Smalls, Tupac, Young Dolph, Pop Smoke, Takeoff, XXXTentacion have lost their lives due to gun violence. And we don't see a connection to how this can tie and really impact the youth, predominantly young Black boys. It definitely ties into the continuous promotion of gun violence. And I also want to share the stories of some rappers that miraculously survived from gun violence, such as 50 Cent, who was shot 9 times at one point, and another rapper by the name of Young Baby, who was shot an astounding 35 times and survived.
Damn.
Please listen
That's
to both of
crazy.
their stories.
35?
Shot. Which part of the body? Where did the bullet?
Oh man, I got shot in my hand. My thumb came out of my hand, my face.
Shot in the face.
Yeah.
Where did that come out?
Like the two.
Wow. Oh my goodness. There's a hole there.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm surprised the bullet went through there, but it's alarming.
Yeah, it kind of changed my voice too, and this is the voice that sells 8 million records, so I think everything happens for a reason. I got shot right here, right? I was sitting in the car. The nigga was waiting, double park, he was waiting on me, right? It like came up and pulled on the side, like right here. So the nigga hops out. Now peep this, look, the nigga was real, like a real sneaky ass nigga, cause he came around the back of the car, like he like this. And back broke shit, fell out the back. I'm like, yo, fuck up. He froze up, nigga. Nah, shot, how the fuck you ain't pull off? I'm jumping around the back of the motherfucking car and see, you know what I mean? Big spot, like, what the fuck you gonna do? I was trying to hit back at the nigga, he was so close that as soon as I tried to buck back at the nigga hit my hand, like, bam, like, he bucked down. And shit hit my hand and came through my pinky and shit. This shit down here. But I keep it with me. This is so in there. It went through my face right here. And out the tooth out. You know, but it went through the car first, because if it would have came straight into it would have went through my face. You know, and now I'll go through the face. After that, it was a wrap. Wasn't no trying to shoot back, no nothing. After that, and then little shit right here, I tattooed over it, little shit right here.
Okay. And you were only 17 years old at the time.
Yes.
You got shot 35 times.
Yes.
Can you break down the parts of the body that got hit?
I got shot twice in my face. 5 in my chest. About 4 or 5 in my arm.
Damn.
And my back, I got shot about like 7 times. My buttocks about like 5, 6.
Jesus Christ.
And then legs about 16.
Wow.
About that.
Now, though these men survived, it's almost as if the trauma of gun violence made them want to promote it even more.
And I'm not just going to say this is solely blamed on rap, because we all know it is not. It's a lot bigger than that. We have this entire country that is continuously not putting more gun laws on in the streets. But I'm speaking for my community right now today, and I do believe that rap is one form of promotion of gun violence. Moving right along to drug usage. So in a lot of these songs, we hear things of popping pills, sipping on lean. We hear all of these things in these songs continuously, to the point where it's kind of normalized. I remember I never understood like what these men would like talk about whenever they would say they would drink cough medicine. I'm like, oh, like he has a cold? But that wasn't the case. I learned what lean was through rap songs at like 12, 13 years old.
Now, this is one thing I can agree on. The drug usage throughout the, you know, with rap and shit like that, that has influenced a lot of teens. Well, I don't want to say teens. It has influenced a lot of people to want to like try more drugs. Like Juice WRLD told Future that he inspired him to try lean before, and Future don't even do lean, which is crazy. Like, I agree with this one more than the gun thing. Now, if she would have said gangsterism in music, gangsterism in music has gangsterism and just their guns and stuff like that has, I'm gonna say, has led to more shootings. But I'm trying to think about the verbiage to use. But she said like just promoting gangsterism stuff like that. That's kind of influenced more kids to become, join the gang, stuff like that, or something like that, then that would have been more of a correct way to to describe it. But she was talking about mass shootings. Mass shootings, there's a whole lot of different stuff that goes to mass shootings. Like I said, it's religion, politics, shit, people getting picked on in the school and stuff like that. Just a whole lot of shit that goes into like serial killing and stuff like that. Just white people. You can't just blame gangster rap on you can't just blame mass shootings on gangster rap. Excuse me.
Why do rappers drink lean, scissorp, perp drink, dirty Sprite? First of all, what is lean? It's a concoction of things, and there are different ways of making this, but the main ingredient is codeine cough syrup, and they add Sprite and maybe promethazine. What is codeine and what does it do to you? Codeine is an opioid derived from morphine made from the same plant as heroin, and it is very addictive. Codeine is a weak painkiller and cough suppressant that is converted to morphine in the body and exerts its effect that way. It can also cause euphoric mood, hallucinations, and drowsiness, amongst many other things. The common side effect list is quite long, but the ones I mentioned are the primary reasons why rappers take it, because they're not rapping about taking codeine because their back hurts. It's the high effect of it. Now you know that, do not take codeine unless necessary and advised by a health professional, because opioid addiction is no joke. As once you are addicted, it's difficult to come off, giving you nasty withdrawal symptoms.
So many rappers have openly promoted the sipping of lean, such as Moneybagg Yo, Future, Young Thug, Soulja Boy, and many, many more. Future literally has a song called Codeine Crazy. And if you don't...
And that song is a very good song too. I ain't gonna cap. Don't make me want to do no lean, but that's a very good song. I still bump that shit. But here's the thing though, because I didn't even know about I didn't know about the effects, like the side effects of lean and shit like that. I didn't understand why people did it. I didn't know what is the outcome for people to do lean. And it's the same thing with like perch and shit like that, right? And it's just to make you feel drowsy. I didn't know anything about the hallucinations and shit like that, but it's the effect that makes you feel drowsy. I'm like, so a motherfucker would want to take a drug that makes him feel tired. Why would you do that? And off a perk, like you throw up off a perk every single time. You throw up off a perk. A person would go through that just to feel tired when they could just go work a manual labor job for 10 to 12 hours a day and go home and feel satisfied and put money in their pocket and still be tired and have good dreams. Like, that's the most retarded shit I've ever heard in my motherfucking life. I would never do that shit. I've always told myself this. There are several things I won't do. Cocaine, crack, meth, heroin, PCP, opioids. I think benzatine or something like that. And a whole bunch of, pretty much, I don't want to do no drugs where I have to snort, inject, smoke out of a crack pipe. I'm not doing that shit. I'll dabble in some, in some Mary Jane. I'll do the goddamn, I'll do the Mario treats and shit. I'll do DMT. I'll do that shit. I've done that before. I'll do fucking, the ASAP Rocky, the love, sex, drugs, the love, sex, dreams. I'll do that. But other than that, I'm not doing none of that.
Don't know what codeine is another phrase for lean. In the song he says, pour that bubbly, drink that muddy. When we're cuddling, yeah, I'm covered in it. I was dug in it. I was just loving it. And he constantly repeats the line, codeine crazy, codeine crazy. In that same song, he says, F the fame, I'm sipping lean when I'm driving. I'm an addict and I can't even hide it. And he has another song called Dirty Sprite, where he pays homage to lean, also known as Dirty Sprite. And in that song, he says in a lyric, my B remind me all the time, that drink will kill you. 1, 2 cups keep my ice cool. 3 or 4 zips have me leaning like a fool. Purple Sprite on top of ice. I'm rocking ice on Dirty Sprite. I feel real nice to be precise. My jewelry on, high as a kite.
That's fucking crazy.
I Can't Leave Drink Alone by Zero featuring...
That's crazy because he don't even do lean. That's the part where it's like, all right, bro, you talking about shit that you don't even fucking do. That's where I get mad at. Especially with the Juice WRLD shit. Like, he was influenced to do drugs because you was rapping about it. It made it seem cool, and you didn't even do it. Like, that's just crazy.
Oh, he says this in one of his lyrics. Y'all would think with 3 felony cases, I would leave drink alone. I'm still out on bond, and I'ma keep drinking till all the drink is gone. And in Young Thug's song, 2 Cups Stuffed, he shouts lean, 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 lean several times. And probably most popular is the song Wokeisha by Moneybagg Yo, where he dedicates an entire song to his addiction to lean. And in the beginning of the song, he pays homage to another rapper that has openly stated that they sip lean, Lil Wayne, where he says, yeah, I kind of put the cup down for a minute, but it honestly ain't nobody's business what's in my cup, what's in your cup, what's in their cup. It's your cup. Drink it. And in the song Wokeisha, it's almost as if Moneybagg Yo has a relationship with lean, a abusive relationship with lean. The way he formats the lyrics, you would think he was talking about a woman, but he's instead talking about his love for lean. And he openly says his relationship with lean is indeed toxic. You can hear mostly about his addictive relationship with lean in this lyric, where he says, I'm sitting here knowing I don't need you pouring O's in the lid, sipping chaser with my reefer, can't get my mind off Wokeisha, watch me put my heart in this cup. In my feelings, she my therapist. I'ma talk to this cup, I swear. They be like, I'm dumb for effing with you. I spend stupid racks. So it says he spends so much money on lean due to his addiction. So we hear this time and time again in multiple rap lyrics.
And you know what's funny? So on the Safe Place, when Lucky was on there, they was talking about how much they pay for lean. And I was like, I can't get nothing from this conversation. What the fuck? Y'all niggas talking about how much y'all pay for lean, the most y'all pay. I don't give a fuck. Nigga don't do lean. I'm trying to hear about what it's like to goddamn rise up. How was it when you were struggling, when you at the bottom, or when you was a famous to now? I'm trying to hear about how much you pay for lean, or when you started do lean. I don't give a fuck about that.
And with that, these
rappers
are promoting the dangerous addiction to lean, or Dirty Sprite, codeine, whatever you want to call it.
How old were you when you first tried lean?
Probably like 20.
And why?
All the rappers did it. It was fun.
And people around you had it?
Might as well.
What was the feeling of it like?
Freedom.
Did you grow a dependency? And then how were you doing it?
Drinking it.
And where were you getting it? On the streets?
Yeah.
Is it dangerous?
It's super dangerous.
What was dangerous about it?
Health issues, overdosing, addiction, the whole 9 yards.
I mean, it is an opiate.
In the lifestyle, you get caught with that shit, you're going to jail.
Were you mixing it with something?
2 cups, little jungle juice, throwing it back. Or Sprite.
And then when you were driving?
Jungle juice is crazy.
Influence, walking.
Did you ever get in trouble on it?
Always.
In what way?
Jails.
As a result of being on it and doing dumb shit?
Doing dumb shit.
How does it feel being on like lean and stuff when you do take it?
It slowed up my day.
Is it kind of like being high and stuff? Or
Yeah, but it get you like drowsy, tired. It get you aggravated. You be mad. And when I used to sip lean, it was like,
One of the better things that I decided to do in my adult life was to see a therapist.
Yeah, no one gives a fuck you fucking white bitch. No one cares about you white bitch.
For instance, like, did he want to do some shit with me? Well, it was like, we finna do this, and I'm like, come on. But then I was sipping lean, I'm missing phone calls, and I'm like, I felt like a little ass boy, like I wasn't ready for this shit.
I learned that people pop pills for sport through rap songs when I was 12, 13 years old. All this information that I learned about that, oh, it feels good to sip lean, it feels good to pop pills, was all through rap songs. Never from what I learned from my house or never from what I learned in school. It was
Facts.
through music because everybody listens to music. Music is always around us and a lot of kids use music as an outlet. And sometimes in these songs, they're promoting these very negative things. So according to the National Library of Medicine, 72% of popular rap songs contain references to one or more substances, with 900.
It's funny. So you know what's funny? I was listening to this and I was just laughing about it. And it would be funny because he'd say, you know, sing himself in pink Xannies. But it's just funny as hell because he said that. He said, dance around the house all over panties. I'm like, bro, why the fuck did you say that? You just trying to rhyme and rap and shit like that. It's funny stuff. But just listening to this, I never want to do. I didn't want to do no fucking Xans. Everybody, but you know, motherfuckers in my school was doing fucking Xans. They called it motherfucking school bus. They was probably drinking lean too. They was getting drunk. They was getting fucked, brother. Them white kids was doing whatever they wanted to do, bro. I wasn't one of those black kids that was with the white boys doing that shit. Oh, I didn't want to do. I was a straight ass kid. I didn't do no fucking drugs.
147 references, which resulted in 63
But
references.
I can't say Tyler's one of those motherfuckers too. Like he's my favorite artist, but he was one of those motherfuckers who was talking about doing drugs and shit like that. But he straight edge, never done any drugs. I tried to smoke weed a couple of times and he just didn't like it. So he's a hypocrite. He's one of the hypocrites. You're a fucking hypocrite.
To drugs or alcohol after just 1 hour of listening. They furthered on in their research and they found this. 50% of songs included illicit drug references, including marijuana, which was 38%, manufacturing or selling drugs, 19%, cocaine or crack, 17%, and MDMA, 6%. Prescription drug misuse or
Oh, a lot of niggas on Molly too.
songs, including prescription cold medicine, 13%, other types of opioids, 4%, and various other prescriptions like Xanax and Adderall in 10% of those songs. So with that information, it seems as if pills and drugs are in and alcohol is out. Because there has been a visible notice in the less usage of alcohol in songs and more so drug usage within the past decade. With rap music leading in popularity among other genres, it is very alarming that 72% of rap songs contain drug usage and loudly talk about it. We have lost rappers due to overdosing on drugs, such as Mac Miller, Juice WRLD, Lil Peep, DMX, Coolio, and so many more. Drugs are obviously bad. We're always taught that drugs are bad, but when you're hearing your favorite rapper or your favorite artist constantly speak on drugs and make it seem as if it's cool, you're gonna gain a little curiosity about it. That's just kind of what it is. I mean, look at any music video that you see. They're drinking,
It's all wrong.
popping pills.
Drink all of it. I ain't doing that.
Everyone's having a good time. So as an influencer,
Don't drink this motherfucking crush.
15-year-old,
I'm not gonna drink this crush. My tummy full. I'm definitely gonna be breaking up the piss like several times a night.
one time to try something, like the feeling, and then you like it so much and it eases the pain that you end up becoming addicted and then you lose your life to drug usage.
That's one of the reasons why I like doing mushroom treats, right? Because I enjoy the feeling. As in, like, I like the trip and stuff like that. And every trip is gonna be different. I understand it. But after I'm finished, I really haven't been on it's not addicting. At least to me. There was a phase where I was doing it probably once or twice a week for like 3-4 weeks. But I wasn't really addicted. I just had a lot of them. I just wanted to do it. And I also had nothing else better to do. I was like, fuck it. I might as well trip out. Might as well trip out of my fucking house. I don't give a fuck. That's what I like about psychedelics. They're not really addictive. You can't really get addicted to them. They're not like physically addicting. Mentally, you can get mentally addicted. Trying to chase that first high. But I haven't really wanted to chase that first high. That's one thing that I taught myself. I don't go chase that first high. I always go for a new one. I always expect something new and I let it take over.
So rap rappers promoting this type of activity constantly in songs is a detriment to society and a detriment to the Black community, because rap is one of the most popular genres within the Black community. So if you are inciting and saying these lyrics, you are promoting this and you are saying it is okay to do drugs, even though you can lose your life to it. Next, we are going to talk about snitching culture in rap. There are so many songs that, not just in rap culture, in hip hop culture, we always have heard it's not okay to snitch. Snitches get stitches. No matter if you did or did not do the crime, you better not snitch on whoever did it. This is probably one of the dumbest and most hindering aspect of the Black community, I would say. The first time I ever heard snitches get stitches was when I was just 6 or 7 years old, and I heard this in the 2nd grade when a girl in the class called me gay because I was swinging around the basketball pole. You know, like the basketball hoop thing.
What the fuck? Hold on. A girl called you gay in 2nd grade? That's crazy.
Like, kind of go around it. Clearly, she didn't know what she was talking about, though she is gay today, so that was, you know, she was trying to put that on me. I'm not saying it's bad,
Projecting.
but we see now, I see what she was doing, girl. So after she said what she said, I didn't know what gay meant, so I went home, I told my mother, hey, this girl called me gay in school, what does that mean? And my mother was like, this is what gay means, and she went and spoke to my teacher about it, because it was inappropriate for a 7-year-old to call another 7-year-old gay. So after my mom told my teacher, who I follow on Facebook today, love you, Miss Moore, she went and had a talk with the young lady, and then after she had that talk, she called me a snitch. And then she said, snitches get stitches. And I didn't know what a stitch was. I said, what do you mean snitches get stitches? This is a 7-year-old that is saying that since I snitched on her, though I didn't, my mother did, you are gonna get hurt. You're gonna be harmed because you told on me. This was back in 2007, 2008 maybe, and the lyrics are just getting worse and worse. And we always hear about the rat. This culture of hip-hop, we always say it's bad. Like, you better take those 25 years to life because you better not snitch. It's way better to be in jail than to be a snitch. And it's hindering the community, especially with so many cold cases with gun violence inside the Black community happening. A lot of these crimes are going unsolved because of snitch culture. We're saying if you tell, you're a snitch and you're going to die too. It is so freaking problematic.
And the problem is that a lot of people think that even if you're outside the gangster culture, shit like that, they think that even if you snitch, that you're considered a snitch. Nah, hell no. I'm not no motherfucking snitch. I'm not a gangster. I'm not in no gangster culture. I'm not in no fucking gang culture. I'm a middle class, 24, about to be 25-year-old who's just trying to make his way. I'm a young Black man. If you do a fucking crime in front of me, I'm telling on you, bitch ass nigga. Because you shouldn't have done that. You shouldn't have done that crime. I'm getting the fucking money that I get from telling on you. Don't do no crimes in front of me, and shit won't happen. Don't tell me nothing, because the police ask. That's your life, and that is your choice. And I'm gonna make my choice by telling on you. There's a difference between telling, snitching, and I forgot what Charleston Wright said. It's the difference between telling, snitching, and copping a plea. Telling is if you see somebody do it, or somebody tells you what they did, but you had no parts in it. Somebody asks you, yeah, he did it. Snitching is you're part of the crime. You know about it. You was there. And then somebody, you both got roped up. Yeah, we both did it. We both did it. I did it. He did it. That's snitching. Copping a plea. If you're in a car with somebody and I hand you my weed and then the police pulls over and then I ain't got the weed, but you got it, and somebody catches you with my weed, you hit him with that's his weed. He just gave it to me. That's copping a plea.
And we see this with rappers. We saw this with Tekashi.
Yeah, and if a motherfucker call my kid gay and they 7, I'm definitely gonna go to school. I'm got some bro. What do you do in your household to make you think that a 7-year-old should hear someone call somebody else gay? And also hear sisters get stitches. Now you know what that means. I would go for the parents. I'm like, bro, like, do y'all even understand what that means? Sisters get stitches. You tell there's gonna be a threat of violence or a consequence. You gotta teach your kid that, and they don't even know. See, they need to go back to motherfucking. I remember when I was younger, if I didn't know what a word meant or a phrase meant, and I used it, and this is for all my siblings too. If I didn't know what a word meant or a phrase meant, and I used it, I got popped in the mouth. Parents would go, "Hey, what does that mean? You know what that mean? Then don't use that word then. They need to go back to that. They need to go back to that. Don't be using a word you don't know what it means, bro.
69 when he went and told him
69.
the truth. Like, he didn't want to be sitting in jail all day. He has a daughter. He had a family. Why the heck would this man want to go and sit in jail all day when he didn't do what they said he was doing?
I don't give a if I'm held accountable for what I did. Yes, I snitched, and I did it proudly. When I first met the gang, right, I had no intentions of sleeping with their girl. I had no intention of kidnapping them. I had no intention of stealing money from them. Before I even got locked up, they were sleeping with my girl. But if we're street dudes, do you do that?
Hey, Ryan Reynolds here. Big Wireless, because once
We
again...
just want to see Deadpool be right. We don't count on a motherfucking minute.
Because in the street, it's brotherly. That don't happen. Where was the loyalty to me? Imagine I would have stood tall, right? Did the 47 years right now. You're not checking on my mom. You're not paying nothing for my daughter.
That's
You're
facts.
not doing anything for me. You're not
That's
even
facts.
wondering if I'm calling somebody or not. Don't tell me what I've chose to do in my life. I'm gonna throw my whole life away so you can get money, party, and me rot away in a prison.
You got a point.
He put himself in that predicament because
He did.
I will say I do believe if you are a snitch, because I'm gonna be a snitch, I'll snitch all right. Do not involve yourself.
Look, baby. Look, baby. As long as you don't put yourself in that predicament, you won't be a snitch. If you're not invested in that culture, you're not a snitch. You're a tattletale. I'm a tattletale. I'm a proud tattletale, bro. Give me that. I'm a proud tattletale. Go ahead. I'll do it. Don't do no shit in front of me, and you won't get snitched on. Swear to God.
In gang violence, in gang activities, in the streets. Don't involve yourself in it because, unfortunately, there is this very idiotic mindset that if you snitch, you're problematic and you're gonna die too because you snitched. Or you're gonna be forever shunned against the community. Don't get
Man,
yourself
fuck the community.
He shouldn't have gotten himself involved, but he did. And when SHIT hit the fan, he told. But I don't think he was dumb for telling. I'm a tell too. Why would I want to be in jail? Jail is not fun. Why would I want to do that? And even when it came to the rapper Gunna recently, he was hit with some real scary charges. And allegedly, well, I'm gonna say allegedly because it was caught on camera, but I don't know all the legalities of it. So I'm gonna just make sure I'm safe in this regard. But he said that he knew that YSL was a gang. So he was hit with RICO charges, which are very serious. And according to the indictment, he allegedly received stolen property and was in possession of drugs, including meth, marijuana, and hydrocodone. And it was with the intent to distribute. So he was charged with racketeering. Those were some heavy charges. He potentially could have been in jail for the rest of his life. And along with the rapper...
What the fuck can you do with fucking meth? You a fucking multi-millionaire, multi-platinum selling artist, bro. What the fuck you need with meth, bro? Selling drugs, that is crazy.
They got arrested together. They were part of the same group, allegedly. And yeah, Gunna is out now and Young Thug is still in jail. And people are saying, well, Gunna's a snitch. And these are 12-year-olds. Y'all, people that don't even know Gunna, people that don't even know anything about street life, saying, yo, I don't mess with Gunna. He a snitch.
That's facts. That's facts.
Don't mess with Gunna. Don't play that Gunna around me. He a rat. Who
Yeah.
are you? And who do you think you are, Mr.
And you know what's crazy? A lot of them motherfuckers, now, they done switch it like, damn, Gunna, you doing this shit, man. I fuck with this shit. What the fuck? Gunna's alright with me. Gunna's alright with me. Nah, bitch ass nigga. You keep on with that guy that Gunna's a rat shit. I didn't care. I'm like, Gunna, go ahead and do your motherfucking thing. I still bum Gunna. I don't give a fuck. Because Gunna, he got them motherfucking hits. Go ahead and save your life. I'm saving my life before my buddies. Fuck my buddy. I don't give a fuck.
Tough guy?
I'm not listening to that new Gunna. He's a snitch. You grew up across the street from an ice cream shop.
Facts. And you already know there's a whole lot of white people that's doing that shit too. I had to check my buddies on that shit. Yeah, Gunna's a rat. Gunna's a rat. Man, shut your bitch ass up. You literally have a Jewish family and you were born with money. You're white. Stop. Stop. Stop.
You have 5 dog-sitting centers in a 2-mile radius.
No, oh God.
You've never even been suspended.
Facts.
Shut the hell up. Talking about I stand with Lil Baby and Young Thug.
Oh God.
You need to stand behind a cash register and get a job.
Facts. Oh God.
I'm a civilian.
Facts.
We do not relate.
Like,
Facts.
it's so crazy how they try to make it seem as if snitching culture is so problematic. You better snitch.
I went to prison because I didn't want to snitch on somebody. And I spent my entire youth in prison, 31 years.
31 years.
Fuck that.
And it feel like I'm reliving that again. Only this time I'm taking action.
Community activist and Pulitzer Prize winner Suave Gonzalez shares his story trying to keep young people from getting caught up in a life of crime. He and other activists are looking to change the culture of violence on Philly streets and hoping the people involved in this shooting come forward.
If you see something, say something.
Yep.
Because when it's your nephew, your brother, your father, your son, or your daughter, you gonna want me to say something if I see it.
Look,
Mm-hmm.
I advocate for snitching.
And the thing is, unfortunately, that's usually how it goes with people. People like, oh man, that never happened to me. That never happened to me. That never happened to me until it happens, and then they want to start. You know, they want to start being proactive instead of. Well, they want to be reactive instead of being proactive.
Get yourself involved in certain things. But guess what? Gunna ain't snitch on me, so I'ma still listen to the music if I want to listen to it. And regardless, I think he did what was best for him. Now, if he was involved in those illegal activities, he probably shouldn't have been. But when he had the opportunity to get out of his mess to some degree, I don't believe that it is any of our business on whether he was right or wrong. He did what was best for his family.
Chicago rapper Lil Durk, the one that I also showed you guys a clip of when he was talking about sipping lean, he is just one example of rappers that openly denounce the effect of what is quote-unquote snitching, when it's honestly just telling your truth in most cases. But he went on an interview.
Not telling your truth, telling the truth.
Indeed, thinks Gunna is a snitch, and he does not stand a snitch. He hates snitches. Anyone that tells, period, he doesn't respect them.
You believe that Gunna told that man, I don't sit up and play games, man. That man told you should have went in there and kept your mouth closed.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's what I was. I thought you were trying to reverse it. I'm like,
hell no.
I'm like,
I just said I just said I never.
That must scares you. I'm like, yo, how did?
Huh?
I'm like, I'm never gonna like.
Hell no. I just never.
That nigga got his nails painted. Nigga been hanging out with Drake too much. Nigga, y'all hear that goddamn thunder? Y'all hear that thunder? Nigga been hanging out with BBL Drizzy too much. Nigga got his nails painted. He's supposed to be a motherfucking gangster.
I never like. I'm following. I don't know. I never like. Why I didn't? I don't know. I just don't take that shit, Instagram and all that shit type of shit serious. But if you a rat, you a rat. And if you rewind this clip a little bit, I looked into the camera and I told you, if you a rat, I hate you. Cause I love Thug. If you ever told, you ever tell, I hate you. Like with a passion.
And once again,
yeah, you can go ahead, hate me. You don't help my pockets, nigga.
In a lot of cases, it's different if the person you're snitching on, you were doing that quote unquote bad stuff with. But if you did not do anything and this is your freedom at stake, why is it deemed so horrible to tell your truth? And why is it that these rappers are advocating for this more and more to their very young audience in most cases?
Y'all got family members out here whose cases are still cold because y'all don't want to snitch on the person that put a hit on your cousin. It's crazy. And I think rapping culture definitely promotes snitching. And I'm going to read y'all a few lyrics where you hear them visibly saying, you a snitch, you're a rat.
It don't promote snitch. It doesn't promote snitching culture. It denounces snitching. That's what you meant. It don't promote snitching culture, because if it promoted snitching, then more people would be snitching. It denounces snitching. I got you, baby. Don't worry. I know what you meant. But I had to, say it for the dumb motherfuckers and shit.
It's bad. Master P and Snoop Dogg literally have a song called Snitches, and the lyrics say this. I caught a N-word one day jumping out of a cop car. I ain't saying no names, but this N-word a rap star. Flo Rida and Lil Wayne in the song American Superstar. Flo Rida says this. That's what a snitch N-word do, they tell. I don't want nothing to do with that.
Oh, who the fuck is Flo Rida? Oh, do niggas even listen to Flo Rida though? Who is Flo Rida to talk about and denounce snitching, bro? Do we even take Flo Rida seriously? Seriously, do we take him serious? But it's going down now. I can't even remember. Oh, sometimes I get a good feeling that we take him serious. I be forgetting I have a fucking franchise here. Do we take that nigga seriously, bro? Flo Rida? You could have picked so many other people. Flo Rida, for real.
That deal. Scarface with Face Mob comes in the song Don't Testify, he says this in his lyrics: if you don't, you live, and if you do, you die. So regardless if you speak, you either gonna be on jail or you're gonna be dead. So it's a lose-lose situation. So all I get from
I'd rather be dead than going to jail.
These lyrics and all I get from what so many people say in the streets is don't get involved in illegal crimes if you don't want to do the time and if you don't want to lose your life.
Facts.
But snitching
Facts.
culture is at an all-time hot mess because people act as if they personally know these rappers, like, oh, they snitching, they lost street cred. Like, it's just ridiculous. And the fact that it's promoted so much in rap lyrics also stems from the fact that it's problematic. So the next thing we're going to speak on is promiscuity and the promotion of having multiple partners in rap music. So this really ties into my point when we spoke about women, female rappers primarily. Whenever we hear people speaking down on rap culture, it really does come around women. They hound on these female rappers for just, oh, you should be ashamed for our young girls. They're not good examples. Y'all, these male rappers been talking about sex. They've been talking about being promiscuous. They promote it. This is all you see. Do you see these rap videos where they have all these girls half naked and they have these girls twerking and just doing some real crazy things for their videos to make their videos pop and shine? Women just decided to take back that power and they put it in their own lyrics so y'all can't degrade them. They're like, I'll degrade myself, or it won't look like degrading if I'm bringing the power back in within me. So many of these songs you hear crazy things. Now, this really is going to stem from promiscuity, even misogyny in rap lyrics I'm going to talk about as well, because these rappers speak so disgustingly about these women sometimes. Like, they say, I'm with this hoe one day, with the next hoe the next day, she a slut, bust down Tatiana. All of these lyrics, y'all just coming for women, but y'all the ones sleeping with these women. And then we find out y'all got like 5, 6 baby mamas and you are coming for the women? BFFR. Like, come on. It's almost insulting the fact that we continue to listen to these rappers when they so vividly say that they don't like women. And we've heard a lot behind the scenes by some people that it may just be true that they don't like women for a very particular reason, allegedly. But
I'm
they
gay.
say these real crazy things about women and they're promoting being with multiple partners, and it's really instilling in these young boys. Now that social media has evolved and we are able to see our favorite artists and our favorite rappers, whichever, we're able to see them in their real life versus just their artistic life. We see that what they're saying in their lyrics, they are doing in their real life. Rappers like Lil Baby, where we see him with his baby mothers and how he constantly cheated on them and continues to do.
Trump has a baby? That is not the same person. Trump does not have no fucking baby. Nor has she ever been with, I mean, I don't know if she's been with a little baby or not. But I know she has a baby. You might have to check your motherfucking facts on this.
Do so. And he has lyrics where he speaks on the fact that he gonna do what he wants when he...
Hold on, bro. Cause I gotta look at this shit. Hold on. Excuse me. Excuse me. Oh, okay. So pretty much when she put that photo on there, essentially Tiana Trump pretty much Lil Baby cheated on his baby mama with Tiana Trump. That's what it was. That's literally what it was. Not that she had a baby with him.
He wants rappers like A Boogie. And also, y'all, I just want to make it clear, I do like these rappers. I enjoy listening to these rappers, but it is promoted heavily, and we're talking about the influence. We're talking about how they can influence the youth. They can't influence big old me. Well, some people my age probably can be influenced, but I'm not listening to these lyrics like, yeah, I'm gonna go outside and I'm gonna be a stripper hoe. Oh yeah, I'm gonna be one of 7 baby mamas. Yep, that's me. We outside with it. That's not me. There are some older girls that probably do have that mindset, but no, that ain't me. But with A Boogie and him constantly cheating on his longtime baby mama and girlfriend. We see it all the time. Blueface and Krishan, oh my god, y'all. We see with him how he disrespects and degrades women all the time. He has songs like Bust Down.
Oh, Stewie.
He meant that. He meant what he said. He said what he meant. We see it over and over again. The degrading of women. And back to the music videos. We see the music videos. They're degrading women. They're saying, oh, I had this girl one night, got this one the next night. I'm with 5 girls tonight. All they promoting is a bunch of STDs. They're promoting BV, yeast infections, UTIs. None of that sounds desirable to me. But to a young black boy or to a young boy in general, they're like, oh, this sounds like the life. I can get this girl, that girl, every girl. Oh my God, this sounds like fun. It is so clear in how these young boys behave, especially when they get to the age where they are starting to date girls. And the cheating begins as young as 13, 14. These young boys are talking to multiple girls at once. It's not really like an anomaly. Like I saw this all the time when I was in high school. The boys that had the clout, they were out here dealing with multiple young ladies. And you're like, what? You're 15. How are you doing this already? And I guarantee you, it's the lyrics that they're hearing. They're impressionable. Like it sounds exciting. It sounds like you're the man. You're going to be influenced by those kind of lyrics. And
they also horny as fuck, and men, they want to fuck anything that, you know, that walks. Especially when, you know, you're starting puberty and shit like that. Your testosterone is fucking through the motherfucking roof as a dude.
In my personal opinion, I'm going to say this. We don't see rappers getting married any longer. And I think that this is showing in our community, particularly with the pushing of baby mama culture and the pushing of just being a forever girlfriend. The artists that I've spoken on, Lil Baby and A Boogie, though we don't know them personally, so I don't know their situation, their ins and outs. We just know what we see online. But we know for a fact that these are long-time girlfriends. These girls have pushed out children for these men, and they still are not marrying them. And that's
Why are you looking? My thing is, why are you looking to rappers as a guide to how you want to move within your own life? Why are you looking at them like they're Jesus or they're like an icon? Or why are you looking at them as their role model? You should be looking at rappers, especially with what they say, as a role model, because a lot of stuff that they say they don't even fucking do. Let's be honest. You shouldn't be looking at rappers as a fucking role model. You really should be looking at anybody in the entertainment industry as a role model. You should be looking at your parents as a role model, grandparents, great-grandparents, your ancestors are role models. Fucking look at the people who are strong and who've like done shit to where they had to suffer the beginning of their life, and they got to enjoy the fruits of their labors towards the end of their life, and who learned from their mistakes, who's gone through trauma but use that trauma to help build themselves and conquer whatever they needed to conquer and found success in whatever they could do. Not these dumbass rappers who don't even know what they're talking about. He's talking about shit and make some good music and they can go through the melody and shit like that. Like, come on now.
That's because they love this lifestyle. This lifestyle is fun. It sounds like a ball. And these young boys are seeing this and they're like, okay, I don't gotta marry this girl because she gonna stick around. The girls are sticking around. I mean, obviously the women have a choice as well to leave, and they're not leaving. But we're seeing it being infiltrated in real life, where there are seemingly a lot of women being okay with being a baby mama and not getting wifed up. And these young boys and young men not seeing the value in marriage due to the fact that they're seeing their favorite rappers, their favorite artists, their favorite people constantly pushing this narrative that you can have as many women as you want and that being married isn't necessarily cool.
Why didn't
Why
you
do
get
people
married?
get married?
Why didn't you get married?
He in his bag. He's tough.
Man, shut your bitch ass up, Ronnie.
Need that.
Make you look.
If you sleep on your side, I bet you hate your pillow, and this is why.
So goofy ass up.
I don't know. It seems like
Get BBL Drizzy out of here.
not too like I don't know. It seems like a thing of like ancient times or something. Maybe.
You're never gonna get married. You just said that earlier. You said you were gonna get married to someone who wasn't famous earlier.
Yeah.
So they're
I
just
think I
tough.
will eventually. You asked me why haven't I gotten married?
Yeah.
The truth?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think I can offer somebody what they'd be looking for.
Certified lover man, certified pedophile.
Just consistency. I think my life.
Freaky ass nigga, he's a 69 god. Freaky ass nigga, he's a 69 god. Run for your life. Run for your life.
Sleep around.
Contribute as a partner.
Sleep around.
I feel like we saw back in in the day, more of the rappers getting married. But today, we don't ever see them getting married. We just see baby mama number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. We're seeing so much of that. I think it would actually be really impactful and influential if these guys actually went and married the women that.
But why? Why are you wanting rappers to, bruh? Why do you feel like it's gonna be fucking impactful? Come on now. First of all, rappers won't do it because their fans won't want them to fucking do it. Second off, okay, say they get married. They still gonna be talking about shooting guns. They still gonna be talking about doing drugs. Like, bruh, nobody looks at rappers as a role model. Except for other rappers who want to come up, brother. They did this shit. I don't want to talk about this shit. Or damn, they did this shit. I can do it better. Like, come on now. Let's be honest. Nobody's looking at rappers as role models. Okay, people are looking at rappers as role models, but why? You shouldn't be looking at rappers as role models. Because from what you just said, from the whole thing you were talking about, rappers are not good role models. So why do you think them getting married, just that, would be good for the culture? Out of all the things, marriage will be good for the culture? No. Really would be good for the culture is stop talking about, gangs and, stop talking about gangs and shooting up the block, shooting up your ops, smoking on your ops, going back around, spin the block again, shooting up your mama's house, shit like that. Talking about doing drugs that they don't do, being a hypocrite. Stop denouncing snitching. And then stop disrespecting women. Stop calling them out of their name. Promote treating them like a gentleman, but also treat them as a gentleman, but also remembering that you are the leader in the relationship. And that's how you do it. Not just getting married, like, bro. Because marriage it's like 70 to 80% of marriages end in divorce. Like, come on now, like.
They claim to love and the women that are.
But they're not gonna do that because they won't get paid.
Seem as if marriage was cool. I feel like we would see a lot more.
It's not like they get paid shit anyway because the motherfucking regulators are taking everything.
See less of the baby mama culture, but like I said, this also proves and it shows how influential male rap is and how it is being seen as the detriment to the Black community. All right, you guys, so that is the end of today's video, and those are just a few examples of how I find male rappers to be.
All right, cool. That was a good video. I ain't gonna lie, I gotta use the bathroom really bad. I don't know if y'all can tell, I've been kind of motherfucking just itchy. I'm kind of doing a little bit of bathroom dance, but that was a very good video. Shout out to Tony Brand. I was with you on some parts. I was lost on. I wasn't lost. I disagree with you on other parts because I think you should have done a little bit more of your research. And I think you should have done it more specifically to, been more specific. Like when you're talking about the guns, how it causes mass shootings. No. Does it influence mass shootings? No. Now, is that one of the parts that goes into like the gang culture and gang violence? That's one of the parts. Yes. But you gotta understand that not everybody wants to be a fucking rapper. Not everybody wants to be not everybody wants to do that. That's gonna be more towards like the gangbang and shit like that. A lot of like regular black honestly, this shit goes for like niggas. Like black people, we can listen to that shit and then we can be like alright, that's like, okay, I see you, okay. But then we don't do that shit because we don't need to do that shit because we actually value our life and we value being successful and making friends. This goes towards niggas for real. Shout out to you.